know that I had been saying and how excited I was to be back, and then suddenly I disappeared again for another week. It's just awkward timing at the end of the day. It's just awkward timing, and I'm just really, really happy that I get to spend a little bit of time with you throughout like this.
And I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. This is probably the best thing that happened, okay? 3 minutes. 3 whole minutes into the air of us flying. And Vox completely shut down. Like, completely. Like, as if he had a blue screen of death. So, he was just... Like, we just started, like, lifting off. The seatbelt sign just went off. You know, like, after you're in the air, and it's, like, 2 or 3 minutes before the seatbelt sign finally goes, dung, and then you can, like, take the seatbelt off. It literally just went off. I looked to my right, where he was sitting next to me, and he was like, well, no, he wasn't even snoring. He was leaning forwards, AFK. His brain was AFK, leaning forwards with his eyes closed, like actually dead. And the flight attendant came over, and they were like, yo, is this guy okay?
I love the way he describes it. He said I blue screened, which is actually true. So just to update any of you who weren't there, I'll tell you exactly what happened. I'll tell you exactly what happened to me. So like I said, I'd been watching the Mandela catalog, so I couldn't sleep. I needed to do work for the Showerhead sponsor stream. And I was also addicted to World of Warcraft, and I stayed up really late playing that as well. And so I stayed up all night the night before, because it's like, it's one of those things where the later it got, the possibility of me doing an all-nighter became a lot more real in my brain. And so I just sort of decided, like, oh, Jesus, I may need to just kind of do this. You know, I may need to just kind of figure this out. And so in the end, I wound up just deciding to stay up. And it was fine for the most part. I just went and I got the train to go and meet MYSTA before we went to the airport, and that was fine. I was wide awake. And then we went to the pub while we waited for our gate to open, and that was fine as well. And it just kind of kept going and going and going, and we were all completely fine. We got very drunk. Oh, he got very drunk. I was tipsy, even though I drank more than him. But, you know, don't tell him I said that. And so we went to all of these lounges in the airport because we got business class, and so we were just like hanging out, going to all of these different lounges, feeling like we were living large, feeling like we were the biggest boys in town. And then I got in, and it's the way I was so emotional with everything they were giving us in business class. Like, yes, here is an aperitif. Here is your starter for the evening. Here is your blanket. Here is your giant 4K monitor. Here is everything. Here is your face mask. Here is your skin cream. Here is your toothpaste and toothbrush. And I was like, I'm living large. Oh,